Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 121 of This Week at Shrouded. I'm your host tonight, A. Greener. Tonight we have Mr. Wrecked with us. And we got a lot to talk about. We didn't have an episode last week. I keep looking at Zion. It's freaking me out. Last week, so we missed the juicy TWID. And then this week, they released another TWID that said, we hear that you didn't like last week's TWID, so we're going to change a couple things. But we're still going to talk about last week a little bit. We'll talk about the changes that they made that we apparently didn't like. And
that we apparently didn't like?
Well, I didn't care. It's only the hardcore people that need to be for max level that cared, man. I'm just saying. All you weirdos. I'm having a great time. I'm only level 300. I have no need or fear or whatever to be any higher. As long as I get to Grandmaster level before the end of the season and get my Grandmaster shit, I do not give any sweet fucks what level I am. Because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. It simply doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to talk about that. But first, we got to talk about our weekly winners because we usually do we started a new thing where we do the draw at the first podcast after the 15th, and then we didn't have a podcast last week. So here we are all the way on the 28th. And then we did the draw just now before the show, during the pre-show. So our winners this month, our 6,000 silver winner is Tribal Draugr. Our premium hoodie winner is Rocky Go, and our Ice Shaker winner is Legacy Phoenix 46. Congratulations to all the winners. Yeah, you won. Amazing. All right, the next weekly or the next monthly draw will be on September 18th. So get your tickets in now. All the same things will be available. So. I mentioned a pre-show earlier, if you're wondering what that is, because you're watching on YouTube or a podcatcher service. We stream the recording of this podcast live on Twitch on Thursday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. Well, 7-ish. We do a pre-show and sometimes a post-show before the actual recording. So you can find that at twitch.tv/shroudedgaming. Once again, twitch.tv/shroudedgaming. You can watch the live broadcast, get the bonus stuff. Or you can watch the VOD afterwards. If you're watching on YouTube or listening on a podcast service, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, whatever it is. Podcast services have ratings. Click that shit too. It helps us out a lot. Thank you. There. We got all that out of the way. Welcome to the show. Thanks for being here, Mr. Wrecked.
You're welcome.
Awesome stuff. We don't have anyone else this week. Nobody wanted to talk about Destiny. I don't know why. First thing we're going to talk about, we're going to get right into the epic raid. It's right at the top of the list on the stuff. The Desert Perpetual expands soon. I think we're all I think we're all wondering exactly what this is going to look like. But they're going all out for it. So they're doing another raid race, epic version. It's on September 20th, 48 hours, contest mode, emblem available. I don't. Is it the same emblem? I think so. Maybe. Not sure. Surely it's not, right?
I would assume it's different. Yeah.
Yeah, because the actual people that finished wouldn't want to be trying to finish for the same emblem.
Well, a good number of the people that were in the raid race last time have already opted out of this one.
Do you mean they were banned?
No.
Oh.
No. A number of teams, I'm pretty sure, including Snazzy's team, said, nah, we're not participating in this.
Why?
Because of their decisions about how they're going to implement some of the restrictions.
Oh, the not swap? Yeah, I heard people bitching and moaning about that.
It's not just the not swap. It's also the power grinding you've been able to do right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like tier 1 versus tier 2 versus tier 5. like that doesn't really matter in day-to-day Destiny playing, but when you're talking about contest mode stuff, those small incremental changes, those small incremental bonuses do matter. And so there's no way for them to have a level playing field on this unless somebody's been if you've been no lifing the game, you're going to have an advantage for this particular race. So it's not the same as a regular contest mode situation.
I feel like it's always that way. All the people that no life, they activate all their... Like, I've never gone into a raid race with my whole artifact. All 12 slots of my artifact. Any of the new weapons that are super powerful, I usually don't have them. That's why I always fail. But my point is, it's always the people that no life that have an advantage. This is no different. This time you had 3 months to get all those tier 5s. Like...
Yeah,
whatever.
It's 3 months with a grind to get there
that was able to be done by people in like 2 weeks.
I don't think that really matters. Yes, it was able to be done by people in 2 weeks that played 16 hours a day of
My point is 3 months is a long time for something that can be done in 2 weeks.
Well, they are giving an advantage to people simply for playing the game, because there's not really any... Listen, this may upset some people. Getting to 450 power takes 0 skill. It takes 0 ability of being good at the game. It's simply it's 450 tier 5 gear is an actual participation trophy. If you participate enough, you get the stuff. That's it, right? Because there's no you don't have to increase your power delta as you go up through the various ranks of content. There's no reason to, because you can put on player stakes that give you your score bonuses, but don't change the power delta. I basically played at -20 through the entirety of my power grind, and I'm like 430 now. There's never been a reason to increase it any further, right? So, it means you want to be ready for, this video game race. Well, fine. Just don't do anything else. Just keep playing the game with a kind of shitty, boring power grind. I think those arguments are pretty valid, even being somebody who's gone through a lot of that grind myself. It wasn't fun.
I'll
tell you that much.
I think there was plenty of time for people to get ready, especially these people. Anybody? What team did you say? Surely they're like Destiny players, right?
A bunch of people from Snazzy's team, the people that won the raid race for Desert Perpetual, aren't participating in this one.
There you go. They're not participating because no, that's not why. Surely, because they'd probably be the people that have tier 5 shit, right?
Not necessarily. Just because somebody does raid races doesn't mean they play the game.
Oh man, if you win a raid race, surely you play the game a lot. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think you're wrong. Actually, maybe it used to be that way, but not anymore.
Wild.
You play the game enough to get key things unlocked, but when key things are 160-hour investment, for some people that's a little too much. The not swap stuff did not, please anybody either, especially considering, like, I know some people have said that you didn't need not swap to get through like contest mode, but for the race, I don't think anybody that wasn't loadout swapping had any shot of winning that race, period.
Oh, of course not. I watched some of that race. Yeah. That all that stuff was definitely insane. But yeah, so they just replaced not swapping with grinding. What's wrong with that? It gives more people an opportunity to win. Is that what they're so mad about? It's not as skillful anymore. It's about time investment.
I mean, if it's a race, if it's a competitive race, you would assume that skill would need to would be the primary thing to factor in here, not amount of time you're giving it to, the amount of time you're giving to people, right?
Maybe.
Or giving to the game. I think it's valid personally. This raid race is going to probably be the least watched raid race in the entirety of Destiny. I'm going to put that out there right now. I'm not going to bother watching it myself either because I don't care. Nor am I going to participate in it because, you know, I don't particularly find the Desert Perpetual that good of a raid anyway.
I think you just hate Destiny.
No.
Yes.
I'm going to go play PvP right after we're done here.
Everything I've heard about the Desert Perpetual is one of the best raids. Like,
what you're getting is it's a new raid.
is that what that's like? Everybody's gonna look back at it in a year and be like, "Man, that raid sucks."
Yeah, probably.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
I mean, a lot of people like it. It's in their top whatever, but I think a good amount of that is, you know,
Recency biased.
Personally, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
It's a raid with that is mostly DPS checks, and there are some mechanics that are novel, but it's mostly DPS checks, right? That's the novel thing about the raid. That it's boss.
Yeah. Okay, so just for everybody's reference that has been really paying attention, Not Swapped has been disabled for this one, as well as the feature. Wait, hold on.
They're rolling out a new version of Not Swap.
What?
Yeah.
No, I didn't realize. I just thought it was turned
energy, your special ammo, your heavy ammo, as well as remove
so
all
it's
ammo from the ground.
It's basically turned off. Yeah. Okay. All right. Because you can't do that stuff. You can't do any of that. That ain't gonna work. What I was reading next was the featured gear and seasonal mods. The bonuses to damage and damage resistance affected by the artifact when using featured gear will be active this time during contest mode weekend. Oh shit!
There's another problem.
That's a problem? Why?
The featured gear bonus in this game is the absolute most transparently please play our game move Bungie has probably ever put in a game. It's terrible. It shouldn't exist. You shouldn't get a bonus just for using new gear. It's dumb.
I'm starting to feel like I'm on Twitter. But why?
I don't care about it for like general play. Like having it be a thing that is going to apply to like damage and resistance while you're just playing the game outside of the raid race, fine. I think it's stupid for your reward modifiers. I really don't think it should apply there. But having it included in a raid race, again, it's another one of those, you know, play our game, put in enough hours, and we'll give you a reward in this what should be a prestigious kind of thing.
But isn't that
just put in hours?
Isn't that the entire concept of the game itself, though? Like, isn't that their entire job is to get people to play the game more? So why are people mad when they actually put things into place that forces people to play the game more? That blows my mind. It's the whole concept of how they make money.
Yeah, I understand that. That doesn't make for good game design, though.
No, there's no problem with it. Like, the armor is a great like, who cares about that, right? All the new armor is better than your old armor anyway. So who gives a shit?
I don't care about the armor tier system.
Yeah. I was just pointing that out.
I don't care about armor tiers necessarily. Although tier 5 armor in a raid race is definitely an advantage. When your numbers are that tight, there is some advantage to being able to have 115.
Yeah, I agree. But anybody in the running to win a raid race has tier 5 armor. So who gives a shit?
That's not necessarily true.
Well, then they should have played the game. This is not my problem. And they still have 3 weeks to get it.
In raid races, every time they come around, they only play the game for the couple of weeks up to the raid race and then move on.
Well, if they started last Thursday when this was announced, they would have had plenty of time to get tier 5 gear. Just saying.
Okay.
They would have.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I wanted to sit and grind all the way to 450 right now, since last Thursday, I'd probably already be there. And then we have an event next week that's probably going to drop tier 5 just as much as Solstice did. Like, boom.
Yeah, because Arms Day dropped all that tier 5 stuff on us.
We weren't high enough to know yet.
Yeah, yes, we were. There were people that were already high enough rank to be able to get tier 4s and did not get tier 4s.
Look, I don't fucking know, man. I'm not playing heavy, but I just think it's whatever. I don't know. Whatever. Whiners.
I mean, listen, you
complain.
Listen, as elitist as this is going to sound, and I know this is going to sound super fucking elitist, you're talking like somebody who hasn't hit 400 yet. And so
I'm not.
Know what the grind is actually like when you get there.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? Right now, you log into the game, you play an activity.
Yeah.
All right. You get your max score, which is relatively easy to get.
Yeah.
You get a reward that's going to be an increase in power, right?
Sure.
Every single time. Is that a true statement? Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. Well, when you hit 400, you do that, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you get nothing.
Okay.
You get no reward that increases you at all.
Why?
And then you do that 20 or 30 or 40 more times. And then finally you get one drop that gives you a little bit more power. Because once you hit 400, once you get into the final 50 levels of power, the only way you have to increase your power level is to get a prime engram to drop. Prime engrams do not drop every single time. There's a chance for them to drop. People will tell you that there's some kind of protection, drop protection, bad luck protection, where you get one every 50. That is a fucking lie. That is fucking cope. That is the most cope. They have cope like directly plugged into their trachea pipe. That's, it's going straight into their veins. You can go for hours and hours and hours and not get a prime engram to drop because it's RNG.
Okay,
you have a chance every time a completion reward drops.
Then don't go to 450. The difference between tier 4 armor and tier 5 armor is not enough to make a difference in the raid race.
All right. At the risk of sounding like an elitist again, you sound like somebody who's never seriously competed in a raid race either.
Oh my god, it's like an extra 8 points altogether with all your armor, maybe 10. Like
when DPS checks are as tight as they were in this raid,
they won't be though.
A couple of percent matters. What do you mean they won't be?
They won't be. They're already telling us that the whatchamacallit was broken last raid race, so they fixed that. The power delta. They're allowing us to use the seasonal damage. Like they're not going to be as tight. This raid's going to be significantly easier than the original.
Then why are we trying to do a big raid race then?
Because there's going to be new mechanics. Well,
nobody cares is my point. Because they have fumbled all of the stuff around the raid race.
I bet people will care. I bet there's like 4 teams of people that normally care.
I bet you,
and everyone else is going to get FOMO and they're going to be in there.
It's maybe 60% of the viewership it got last time. Maybe 60% of the viewership it got last time.
It's only because school happens in September, not in July.
I don't think that matters. It's happening on a Saturday.
It matters. Everything matters. I tell you, it matters more than people not having tier 5 armor.
Okay.
Or man, I don't know. I just think people are weird. I grew up in a different age of gamers, I guess, where things actually took time, and nobody complained about it. They enjoyed playing the game.
I mean, people are playing the game, so they must enjoy it at some level. I mean, I'll bitch and moan about stuff in Destiny, but I still play the game because I enjoy playing Destiny. It doesn't mean, just because I enjoy playing the game, it doesn't mean there's a bunch of bullshit in it, and that Bungie makes stupid fucking decisions. Just like this TWID has got a bunch of that in it that they walked back because the community was like, "You're a bunch of fucking morons."
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, we haven't got down to that, but we could probably stop focusing on this raid, I guess. I guess some people are mad. Some people don't care. So what would the solution be for this? To remove... to what? What would be the solution be to this?
You don't put in featured gear bonuses.
Okay, but what about the tier stuff?
There isn't anything to do about it at this point.
You could not let anybody use anything above tier 3.
Well, then some people just wouldn't be able to use anything because they don't have that stuff in their vaults anymore.
Yeah, maybe you should keep it.
Yeah. Again,
Well,
you sound like somebody who hasn't been collecting build armor sets.
No, I haven't. I'm not even up to tier 4 yet.
Yeah. You'll understand soon enough.
I just don't. I don't care. I think people care too much about this shit. It's unreal. Just play the game, have some fun. Compete in the raid race. If you don't win, who cares? Just enjoy it.
All right. Some people are passionate about the parts of the game they enjoy. There's nothing wrong with that.
I never said there was anything wrong with it. But would you bitch and moan about how the game works and you know, I don't know. I feel like
they're not bitching and moaning about how the game works. They're bitching and moaning about Bungie stepping on their own nuts constantly by making what look to be pretty shitty decisions. Which Bungie does all the time.
So is the solution to the epic raid race just to not have a raid race?
Even if not swap was enabled and they turned off the featured gear bonus, I still think this is not really a raid race. It seems silly to me to have a raid race for a raid that already dropped. Even if you are going to make some mechanical changes, like we've seen mechanical changes before, like in Pantheon. I'm not expecting mechanical changes to be much different than what we saw in Pantheon, which really wasn't much of anything for the encounters that were there.
Yeah, I remember.
So, I mean, I guess we'll see.
So what if they add a new encounter?
Doesn't matter if you're still running mostly. If you're still running mostly the same encounters you've already have been, where they've been solved already, then it doesn't strike me as interesting, right? The fun of a raid race is going into all this stuff blind, not knowing how to deal with anything, and then watching teams figure it out. Or not. You know. But by this point, like, DPS rotations are going to be solved. There's not going to be any question about what people are going to be going in with. Like, we know that the squads with hunters are all going to be grapple spamming everywhere they go, because that's the strongest thing. And we pretty much know the builds Titans are going to be on. We know pretty much the builds Warlocks are going to be on, because that stuff's all been solved. There'll be some minor mechanical changes, I'm sure, but the DPS checks themselves aren't going to be any different. So I think it'll be funny if we see any teams just in a raid race cooking bosses with Outbreak. That will be hilarious. But, you know, I guess we'll just have to see. Or not. I just hope they leave the regular raid on while the race is going on, so people can still, you know, play the game.
Okay, let's move on. They've changed the raid rewards a little bit. You think any of these are any good? You think it'll motivate people to farm it more?
I don't know about that. Like, it's not like tier 4, tier 5s are going to be dropping all the time. Nope. Like, you still have to do extra steps to get that stuff.
Yeah, because all it says is tier 2 and tier 3 from normal and epic, no matter what your power level is. But they've added a chance for all gear earned to be a +2 drop. So that'll help people that are still leveling, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Are these good changes? Yeah. Everything's here good. Is it going to be? It's going to be personally motivating for me to go out there and run this stuff? No, not really. No. Desert Perpetual has gotten the least engagement from me of any raid Bungie has put out to date, and it's because there's not really a reason for me to run it. The gear is not the amount of time you have to put into it in order to get gear that's worthwhile is just it's too much. And I know I'm not a huge fan of raiding in general. Like I don't personally like to raid. Doesn't matter how good the raids are. Like I really like Last Wish as a raid, but I'm not going to go out and do it unless there's a loot incentive for me to do it. Mostly because people are shitheads in raids too much, and I can't stand them.
Okay, so you're just grumpy old man. I get it. I'm in the same boat. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm not even going to bring that up. Okay, so an often requested feature is being added during Ash and Iron, which is the ability to attune a piece of gear in the Desert Perpetual. So that's
if it works, that's great.
Yeah, if it works, that's great. So players who complete Map and Compass Quest, as well as the Epic Raid, can then approach the Simulant Ansible to receive a new quest. Completing the new quest will unlock the ability to attune any previously acquired piece of gear from the Desert Perpetual, improving its chances of dropping from any encounter. So there you go. If you want to farm weapons, it'd actually be a little easier to get the one you want, which is better. Like they've never done that in a raid before, other than the fact that you can buy one at the end. If you have enough spoil, well, you can buy a bunch at the end if you have enough spoils. Can you do that in this one? Is there a spoil vendor? I haven't played it yet.
The number of drops you can get for like different tiers, there's a restriction.
Okay, but the point is, yeah, okay. So this increases the chance of it dropping for free. That's all. So, all right, they extended the Bungie rewards, which I don't care. You still have the opportunity to buy the Desert Perpetual shit until January 6th. Oh, you got to beat it by December 5th, and then you can buy it by January 6th. Weird numbers, whatever. I don't care. Though I don't mind the jacket. Maybe. All right. So, well, the next thing on the list is the portal updates. And there's a lot of nonsense in here. So I think... What did people hate the most out of this?
That they were making solo ops and Pinnacle Ops less rewarding than they already are, and also marginally increasing the rewards in Fireteam Ops.
Okay.
Because that is pretty tone deaf to what the problems with the leveling system were. Like, Bungie clearly wants people to engage with the entire portal. Clearly, that's what they want. But when people are complaining about solo ops being the most efficient way, the best way to power grind, the answer should not be, well, then let's fucking nerf solo ops.
Yeah,
that is completely tone deaf and fucking stupid. And the next one after solo ops was Pinnacle Ops. That was the second best way to do it because there are multiple completion rewards during it. So nerf that too. So we're telling you Fireteam Ops doesn't feel good to run. So you're nerfing the two that are at least marginally acceptable. That's perfect. Yeah. I saw somebody post a video about this. I think it was Mactix. He posted a short where he's at a donut shop and he's like, man, this chocolate donut, this is really good. And the guy at the donut shop asks, what about these other two donuts? And he's all, they're all right, but this one is so much better. And the guy's like, all right, I'm going to take your feedback. He gets the new donuts and he goes to eat the chocolate donut and he's like, This tastes like shit. What'd you do? Well, listen. Rather than make those other 2 donuts taste better, we just made this one taste worse than them. That way, we're reacting to your feedback. We're acknowledging your feedback and taking action on it. So
I started seeing that short and I shut it off because I didn't finish it, so I never got to the end. So I'm glad you explained it to me because I was like, oh, just another person complaining about Destiny. I'm tired of negative.
Whether or not you like him or not, he has some pretty level takes on Destiny. Even when he has something, a negative, he has negative things to say. Like his feedback is always constructive. And he calls out people that are just constantly negative all the time as well, that are just incessantly negative all the time. So some people might call him a little bit of a fence sitter or sometimes a Bungie meat writer, but I feel like he's got pretty level-headed arguments, for and against things. So
okay. I'm going to read some of this stuff, even though it's a lot. Okay, so incoming improvements. I'm not going to read this whole thing. I'm just going to read the points. So the time bonus system should give more value in trading off speed versus killing everything in kill-based activities and Fireteam Ops and have a meaningful role earning scores in solo and Pinnacle. Maybe I need to read other stuff to give me context on that. I understand what that is. They're giving more points to going faster, right?
Yeah. So, for instance, if you run liminality right now, until they made their recent change, you could kill literally everything you encountered along the way, and still not get an A rank and get screwed out of your rewards, right?
Because the time wasn't giving enough points.
Yeah, because time wasn't giving enough points. Then there weren't enough ads to make up the difference.
If I want to do it fast, though, I want to not have to kill any ads too. So hopefully they make. Well, I mean, you got to kill some sometimes, especially when it blocks progress. But if I want to run something fast, so my point is, I hope they give it enough points where if I speed run something, I still get a decent score. Okay, good grades and Fireteam Ops should be less risky and less challenging to get than they are now. Closer to solo and Pinnacle Op activities. Okay. Well, those people are fucking stupid in Fireteam Ops if you matchmake. I don't understand.
Always have been.
Yeah, I know, but it's you guys know if you move faster, you get better scars, right? Just go. Stop being slow. Anyway. Fireteam Ops should be at least as good a place to earn power as solo or Pinnacle Ops, and match-made Fireteam Ops should be more viable at high power levels. Yes. What did you do about that? It doesn't say here, but we already talked about it. And they reverted it. So the way the equip power and account power work is confusing. They're fixing that. There is a mention of that on this week's TWID. We would like more variety in Pinnacle Ops, including a way to earn Pinnacle Ops gear via matchmaking. Are none of the Pinnacle Ops match-made?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't play match-made stuff. The Pinnacle Ops I can all solo, or I just get somebody from the SGC.
Yeah, but it's a lot faster if you play with somebody.
Yeah, well, I'm part of a community where I can just get people. Right?
What?
That's lucky. Why would I subject myself? Yeah, it's so hard to join the SGC server and start playing with people.
I mean,
difficult.
The guy who made that must be pretty sexy.
Yeah. I heard he's old, fat, and bald, but
I'm not bald yet. Fuck off. All right. We would like to give more regular opportunities to matchmaking and marquee activities like Onslaught and the Coil. Okay, well, don't make a 40-minute activity. Only give 2 rewards, you fucking idiots. How's that sound?
Fair.
That's so like when I saw it, when I was just playing Portal, doing my thing, doing these matches, take 4 or 5 minutes, get myself a nice little bonus. Click on the onslaught one. I was like, oh, 2 or 3 bonuses, cool. Average 45 minutes. Are you fucking dumb? Are you absolutely still okay? All right, maybe I do have negative things to say about Bungie sometimes. Anyway, I have no desire to play Onslaught unless I'm getting I don't know plus 10 gear or at least 4 or 5 drops like minimum. Well, no, more than that. Fuck that. Give me 10 drops. It's 45 minutes. I can get 3 or 4 drops off a 5-minute solo op. Why can't I get 10 drops off an Onslaught? Do it like they did before. What was it? Every 10 there was a chest. Have a drop too. That'd be enough, I think. Yeah. I think that'd be decent. 10 minutes, 2 drops, boom, boom. Easy peasy. Even if you don't get the big ol' A rating at the end. And then if you do get the big ol' A rating at the end, the very last one drops bonus shit. Like it does. Right? But as long as all those ones before are at least +1 or something, they gotta be, right? Even if you're not doing well, whatever. That's fine. It gives people the reason to get in there and play. And then if you do really well, boom. Big last one, just rains loot on you. You guys remember how awesome Coil and Onslaught was for loot? I do. Let's get back to that. I don't know about Coil. I can't remember. I don't know what it said. I don't remember.
Yeah,
but it's the
if you
same
did the whole
idea,
thing,
right?
It was worth. There was plenty of loot at the end.
Oh, they're like the original, like during the season that it was in. Yes, absolutely. I remember that. I just meant I don't really remember how long it takes to do the whole thing and how many drops that the portal said there was. But there should be, there should be a drop at least every round. And then if you do the whole thing and get the bonus and everything, there should be like a rain of loot. Like I don't understand why you would bring something back and then make it feel less good. That's weird. That's a weird choice. We want to make it easier and more obvious for everyone in the fire team to get the best rewards, even out wide. Power differentials, whatever. Good. We think various bans, challenges, and boons should be well balanced against each other. Okay. Good. Can you imagine? They'd be well balanced. All right. We also think there should be more things to do in general. Yes, but we know you're adding more shit to the portal. We're not dumb. It would be great if conquests were repeatable for portal rewards. Yeah, that seems fair. Ash and Iron updates. All right. They have more substantial changes and additions. This is by no means final. All right, let's talk about ultimate difficulty. Whatever. Okay. Ultimate is going to be available when Ash and Iron launches. You get it at 451. It has new stakes, pressure cooker, which finish under the time limit or get kicked to orbit. I think that's neat. As long as it's balanced. Extinction, all players are limited to a single life. There are no revives. That's fucking wild. I love it though. Anyway, these optional stakes are intended to provide most significant challenge. Yeah, okay, that's fair. And include score. What?
Is it fair? I mean, I'm gonna run with both of them on.
These optional stakes. You hear that keyword optional?
Yeah, I'll be running with them on because I'll be able to run the activity at no more than a 20 delta, which will make it pathetically easy to roll over everything.
Yeah, that's fair. And I'm fine for that. You know what I hated about since Lightfall? How hard everything was. So give me some easy shit. I love it. All right? Everything felt way too strong, especially at the beginning of Lightfall. You couldn't even go into that patrol zone without getting fucking murked. And then strikes got harder and everything feels... I don't know. I'm happy with how things feel. Like, I'm running around. I'm doing the whole 1-2 punch, combination blow, elemental honing, fucking grapple punch, and just one-shotting bosses. And I love it. It feels so fucking good. You couldn't have done that shit last year if you were the King of England. I don't know what that means, but whatever. You get my point. And yes, I know you guys all make fun of me watching the Warlord shit. I don't do things right, whatever. It's fine. But the point is, it still wasn't. nearly as strong as it is now. I'm having a good time with it. I'm gonna be really sad when and if it gets nerfed. Because it feels really good, and I mean it's not too strong in higher end content. Like I've definitely done a couple pieces of content where I punched the boss and he was just like and then stomped me into oblivion. Like it's not strong for everything, but it's a lot of fun and just regular play. Like regular play, doing strikes, probably just doing the regular raids. Like it's gonna, I love it. I wish they would keep shit like that. But we'll see how long it lasts. They haven't mentioned it, but anyway. All right,
I mean,
ultimate.
They already nerfed it once.
Well, they nerfed the shield thing, right?
They nerfed Spirit of Verity, which is how you actually wanted to run it, not Certiacne. But yeah, they nerfed Verity.
All right, that was just today, wasn't it?
No, last week.
Was that last week? Okay, all right, never mind. My bad.
Week before that, one of the two. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Ultimate Fireteam matchmaking almost on week 10. The week after Ash and Iron launches. Cool. Great. Platinum and Diamond reward ranks. Players can reach Platinum Diamond reward ranks running from 450 to 499 and power 500 to 550 power respectively. While on Platinum and Diamond, you can earn A+ grade in PvE. You need A+ to qualify for Tier 3 until Platinum 3, where A grades will start giving you Tier 5s. And once you reach Diamond 1, B+ qualifies you for Tier 5. That seems easy to get. And at Platinum 3, even a B will get you a Tier 5.
It's because your reward rank, your gold, silver, platinum, diamond, whatever, it's wholly dependent on your power level.
Oh, okay. Okay, I understand. Okay. Reward
goes once you hit their appropriate power.
Reward multiplier changes. We're changing reward multiplier to account the highest power rather than the equip power to determine the basis of the multiplier.
Good. That's how it used to be until Edge of Fate dropped when they fucked it up.
Yeah, this applies to PvP in the portal as well. That's good.
Good.
You still need to have new or featured armor to get the 10% scoring bonus. That's fine. Well, some people don't think so. But no swapping at the end of the activity. However, we track this value for the entirety of the activity. Oh, what guess? Do you think they do, or do you think they just put that into TWID so people don't try and do it?
No, I'm sure they do.
I don't think they do. I think if you have it on going into, and then you have it on leaving, they don't count it in the middle.
Maybe you should try it and find out.
I mean, it would only take 5 minutes to test, and then you would know. Anyway, there are 5 new portal score boosters in Ash and Iron. If you don't lose your score boost, you got that. You got them in the Reclamation Pass. Okay. Oh yeah, we get a new pass for Ash and Iron, don't we?
We do.
Fuck, I'm still too full. I guess 20 levels away from finishing it now. I'm at like one.
I get to 100 or to get to 105?
No, I get to 101. Is it? It's 110, isn't it? Not 105.
I think it's 110, but you got to get 5 levels every
for
level.
each one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm at like 108. So I only got like another 20, but I mean, I'm just getting there now, and Ash and Iron comes out next Tuesday. Not this Tuesday, next Tuesday, right? Yeah.
Well, luckily for you, you'll be able to continue past season passes and get rewards off of them now.
All right. Yeah. Well, is that what it said? Oh, we'll get to it later. But I thought, yeah, okay. I thought you could just go back and get the things that you wanted if you didn't get them. And then there was a currency that if you never unlocked them, you can buy the stuff with the new currency. But we'll read it. We'll clear it.
Get it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where was I? I got lost. Not swapping the names. We tracked the value. Yeah, okay. They're fine. Yeah, okay. You can earn 3% for each new boost. Total 15% to your total. If you're already at 15% percent score boost, you get 10 enhancement cores instead of the boost. All right. Time limit adjustments. All activity had their time adjusted based on actual... What the fuck? Okay, never mind. Based on actual data from the past few weeks rather than the pre-Edge of Fate times, many things are coming down to the reasonable level. Looking at you, 35-minute Starcross timer and the 8-minute Caldera timer. Wait, are you decreasing the 8-minute Caldera?
Yeah.
Bro. I'm slow. What the fuck?
Well,
What about the Encore timer? I did it the other day and there was 50 or like 48 minutes left on the timer. How about you fix that one? That's insane. Okay, whatever. They're worried about the 8-minute Caldera when they've got fucking Encore. Whatever. I don't care. Other things are increasing. Liminality, Inverted Spire, Onslaught. To give you more time to get those points. Bonus timer will award a minimum of 5% bonus score for coming in under the timer. Okay, that's an adjustment. In the future, we're looking at ways to help you visualize this in the customized screen when looking at your projected score. You know what they should let us do? We should be able to adjust the time for a score modifier. Be like, I can do this and drag it across. So it starts at 10 minutes, and if you drag all the way to 5 minutes, you get 10% at the end instead of 5%, you know? I think that'd be cool. There's some loadout restriction here that I just don't care about. Do you care about it? Is anything interesting here?
Yeah, they're changing player stakes and making things like locked loadout not give you as much bonus.
Oh,
bonus
actually,
points.
yeah, that's strong. They just turn on locked loadout, and then just like you see the score. It's like, at anything low, turning that on just automatically gets you an A.
It's the same way all the way along. All the way along. In Grandmasters right now, the very first thing I do is turn on, make sure no radar's on, make sure lock loadout's on, make sure no HUD is on, make sure no starting ammo is on, and make sure brawn is on.
Yeah, but at least in the lower stuff, you don't need that much stuff to get an A. You only need to like turn on one or two of those things and then just go beat it.
Well,
Do you
by the time
have
get
to have
there,
all
you-
that stuff on to get an A?
If you don't want to turn, if you don't want to make it minus 40, minus 50, minus 60 power delta, yes.
Okay. All right, that's fair. Yeah, but if I'm running around Grandmaster and just at minus 20, I can have all that stuff on. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Okay. See? Game's easier now. And I feel like we're stronger. So even minus 20 now is less than it was final shape. All right. I'm stronger now than I was last year. I don't care what anyone says. And it's not just because of the crazy powerful grapple melee. There's other reasons that I feel stronger. Maybe I'm insane. All right. What? I'm not going over all these
Okay.
graphs. What do they say?
They're just going over.
Okay. Lots of people
time.
are in solo ops. Okay, so
They're
what it
just looking
says.
at-
Yeah, okay.
They're looking at how much bit time is being spent in them, basically. Yeah. That's all.
Okay, so it goes solo ops, Fireteam, Pinnacle, and Crucible. Oh wait, no, it doesn't. Solo, Fireteam. Nope. Solo, Crucible, Fireteam, and Pinnacle Ops. My bad. I'm dumb. For the amount of people doing the activities. Completion-wise, it apparently takes longer to do Pinnacle Ops than anything else. Could you imagine? Sorry.
I mean, it doesn't if you know how to speedrun them, but
Yeah, I know. Okay, next it goes The Whisper, Kells Fall, Encore, Starcrossed, with Encore taking longer than anything else. That's wild. Encore doesn't take long at all. Is everything else that short?
I mean, Whisper is shorter. even though it's got a 45-minute timer.
Okay. What's wild here is Widow's Court. The length to do Widow's Court on the next time, the Fireteam Op durations. What is going on there? Wait, I don't understand this graph.
You have to do 3 waves. They're showing the number of completions versus activity. So the bell curve you're seeing, right in the middle of the bells where most of the completions are happening, and however far along it is on activity duration is telling you what the average, the top of that curve is the average time it's taking to get them done for the majority of people.
Holy shit. Okay, so that's significantly longer.
Yeah. It's because there's no way to speed it up.
Yeah, but even like, okay. Is Widow's Court an onslaught?
Onslaught, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So even if you kill everything quickly, like the next wave doesn't start when you kill the last enemy. Like the waves are on a timer. They're going to start when they're supposed to start, right? So there's no way to really speed it up.
Okay, that's all fair. I feel bad about skipping over this loadout restriction stuff. I don't know why. And the time limit adjustments. Wait, I didn't skip over that. Or did I? No, I didn't. Okay. I have to go back and read it. When we launched the Edge of Fate, we were worried about the effects of loadout swapping with Portal Armor 3.0, so significantly increased the scoring value for lock loadouts. Okay, so that's what we talked about. Many players are taking advantage of it, so they're going to be dropping that. Okay, yeah, all right. This made it a bit too easy on Expert. Okay, that's fine. We are bringing locked loadout back down. Okay, yeah, that's the same thing. Okay, we are adding a new loadout player. Okay, this is new information. A new loadout player state called Touche, which combines locked loadout and avant-garde restrictions as well as scoring for both. What does that mean? Does it say down here?
That means you will be unlocked loadouts, but you have to be using 100% featured gear. So no exotic class item for you.
Isn't that what avant-garde does?
Yeah, they're combining lock loadout and avant-garde into a single modifier.
Okay. See, and when I hear it when it's combining it, my brain was like, it's combining bits and pieces of each one, not
no.
The
you're going to be on a locked loadout, but you have to use avant-garde loadout. So
it's just called avant-garde though, because avant-garde is locked too. Oh no, it's not like you can switch. Yeah. Okay.
As long as it's all featured gear. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's combining both. All right.
To prepare yourself for getting to that power level, make sure you have some builds that are not using your exotic class item, Mr. Grapple Hunter guy.
Yeah. I just shut it off. I just put I do a bunch of avant-garde restriction stuff. I just turn off my class item. Well, not turn it off. I swap it out. I use something else. It's not that big a deal.
Nope.
A lot of the damage comes from the artifact. The artifact. Okay. It does.
Okay.
Trust me, it's still strong.
Okay.
I'm probably not even using the right class item, so what does it matter?
We know.
Fuck off. All right.
I was there for that night in Warlord's Ruin, okay?
Yeah, all right. It shouldn't be that hard. It should just be like hit somebody with a shotgun and punch them, right? That's it.
Yeah, well, listen, you're playing a class that has undeniably the best, like, single damage ability rotation of any class, but the skill floor to get it to work is quite high. You have to do a lot to make it work right.
I think I should just play a different game. I'm old. I'm too old to get good at shit.
Just come over to Titan.
No.
Throw on War Gods with a bonk hammer and literally just throw your hammer the entire time.
Oh, don't worry. I did some Titan stuff last season because it was just so brain dead. But
And if you want real fun, make sure you're with 2 other Titans who are also using Worm Gods and a Bonk Hammer, and that's it. That's all you guys do. And if any of you ever accidentally throws your hammer off a cliff, you just say, "Hey, I need a hammer," and they just whack you with one of their hammers, and you got your hammer back, and you continue. It's easy. It's great.
All right. They're adding new loadout restriction modifiers as well, starting in the expert T. Just 3 examples: explosive weapons, including rocket-assisted ones. Okay, I have a question for you. I accidentally deleted a new rocket-assisted sidearm. Is it really good?
Yeah.
I'm really mad. I've only gotten one, and I don't even know what it's from.
It power creeps your existing rocket, your existing solar rocket-assisted sidearm. You can get can and heel clip on it.
Can you?
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say it's solar too. Yeah.
Imagine that's the one you deleted too. That would be hilarious.
It could have been. I didn't realize. I just saw a sidearm, and then right before it finished. Where does it drop from, by the way? I don't know where Crucible. I got it. Okay. All right. So right before it finished, I saw rocket assisted frame or rocket frame or whatever it says, and I was like, no. I thought I was just deleting a sidearm. I never used them. So.
I see.
Yeah, I was pretty sad about it.
So you can't go into your history and see the stuff that you got.
Yeah, it's gone. So I'll never know if it was good. I'm just gonna assume it was terrible.
All right, that's probably
the worst perks that could possibly be on it. All right. Anyway, so yeah, medieval weapons. You can guess which. I guess swords. And Old West weapons. Yeehaw. Okay. So what? Last word? Like, and whatever the fuck that scout rifle is.
Dead Man's Tale.
Yeah, and the legendary one from Spire.
Or from Trials.
Oh yeah.
Or from the Vex season.
Whatever, man. Why do they keep adding so many of them? They need to do more of these things where they're doing and yes, I get that rocket assisted shit is really good and the new pulse rifle is incredible, but come up with new shit. I guess they did the shotgun pistol. Never mind. So they did, but do more. Do more. Why is there 3 of those three or four of those long guns? All the exact same thing. They all do the exact same shit. All they are different what? Probably one's strand, one's arc, one's fucking something else. Like, come up with new archetypes instead of 2 in 27 years. I'm being dramatic. I know there's more than that, and they do archetypes and different things. Really cool archetypes. Like the rocket-assisted sidearms. That was cool. You know how everyone started using them? And now this new pulse rifle, everyone's like, yeah, that's awesome. What are you doing? Surely you can come up with some sort of new archetype, like a grenade launcher that shoots 12 grenades out at a time. A heavy grenade launcher. Yeah. You guys remember those? I do. And I want it back. Why are you staring at me like that? Chad, I don't understand what's going on. What was happening?
Nothing. We're good.
I want a shotgun with 920 RPM.
All right, Mr. Crafting.
I don't know what he was talking or what he wanted from me there. All right. Anyway, all these include restrictions for new armor, featured armor, similar to Avant-Garde or Avant-Garde, but the weapons can come from anywhere. Whatever. I don't care. Initially, these just include appropriate weapon categories, but eventually want to expand the value of these by taking into account specialized frames, like we do for Rocket Pistol, Pulse Above, perks like Dragonfly, Full Auto Retrofit, and special case exotic weapons like Vex Mythoclast. I was playing, or Sunshot. I was playing Trials the other day, and there's this guy running around with Vex Mythoclast, and he kept complaining that we were bad. And he was using Vex Mythoclast.
I mean, with the right build, Vex goes pretty hard right now.
No, it doesn't.
With the right build.
Okay, well, he was terrible.
It absolutely does.
What though? I didn't see anybody running it except for one guy.
There are some Warlock builds that can really lean into Vex and get a lot out of it.
Well, he sucked, so he was not leaning into it properly. And then he was complaining about us.
Okay, I mean, that happens in trials. Or PvP.
It bothered me when I was totally fine with it. People are toxic all the time, toxic. And then he was like saying something, and I watched him run by with a Vex, and it just triggered me. And I'm like, you don't get to say. I didn't say anything to him because I don't. But I'm like, you don't get to say anything to me, fucking loser. Run around Crucible Vex, fucking auto rifle fusion hybrid, idiot. You don't use a hand cannon, you have no skill. Get out of here. What? I actually used the submachine gun most of the weekend. The new are the Solstice one. It's pretty good.
Oh, okay.
It is.
I know your TWID is good. I have 8 out of 9 God roll. With it already has like 7,000 kills on it. Yeah.
I love Vex. I have no skill. Definitely.
Was it Devilito on your fire team at the time?
No, it wasn't. He wouldn't have been toxic.
Greener, stop being a fucking burger.
Bro, I did so good this weekend though. Like I felt so like I ended up finishing at like a 0.95, but like I when I first started, I was at like a 7.3 this week, and I worked my way up to like a 1.05. This is KD, not KDA. I just want to make sure everyone understands. This is clear. That's good for me. Really good. I'm really happy when I finish with a 1. And then I did start playing on the other card, not the Lighthouse card, but the other one. And I lost. It was a little bit. The matches were harder for me, so I did drop down to a 0.94 by the end of the weekend. But I was pretty happy with because I hadn't played trials in weeks, if not a couple months. I was pretty happy with my performance. And I wasn't using the knife build that everybody was complaining about.
What were you using?
I was running Arc.
Oh. You were doing the Tempest Strike build?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean... Huh?
I said that tracks.
That tracks because I'm bad?
No. Why would you assume?
Bad hunters use Tempest Strike, I guess. I don't know. I just assume that's what
you're
thinking in your head.
If you're on Hunter, you're either using the knife build or the Tempest Strike build right now.
Oh, okay.
I mean, those are the two. Right?
Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's pretty strong if you play it right. I saw a lot of people just running straight for people and Tempest Striking, and they were just getting shot to death. So you could still play it bad. Trust me, I saw a lot of people playing it real bad.
Joe, there isn't a third option. That's Cap.
There isn't a third option. Camera girl with glaive. No, if you were running glaive in trials, like there was like 2 guys that would run glaive, and they would surprise me in 1 round, and then the rest of it they would just get shit on because they're terrible. They would just try to beat you to death with it. So you would just back up, shoot them once, Tempest Strike them, and they're dead. And then you get it back by dodging because you have
Glaives are bad and you should feel bad. That's not true. Throw on 200 melee stat and then go into PvP and tell me glaives are bad.
I assure you that every time I got killed by a glaive, it's because I didn't know it was there, and as soon as I knew that they were using it, they got cooked every other round. It's so easy to easy to back up, pop them with 1 shot with a submachine gun or a sidearm, and then you 100 to 0 them. Well, I guess it'd be a 99 to 0 them with Tempest Strike. And then you dodge, and then you kill their best friend because you have another Tempest Strike, and then you teabag them.
You throw on a glaive, and you go in as a strand hunter. All right. You just grapple your happy ass over to that group of enemies. You do your little air dodge and put them all up in the air. When they're in the air, you stab them with a stick that's going to kill them in 2 hits each. Before they even come out of the grapple, you'll be able to kill all 3 of them.
I assure you, though, that if that works on round 1, it's for anybody who's good at Crucible, at any way at all, it's never going to work again. they're going to separate, and they're going to be waiting for it. And they're going to blow the shit out of you when you get anywhere near them.
If you're playing with all solos, I would agree with you. But if you're playing against another coordinated team and they've got that on, or you either you have it and you're coordinating with them, or they have it and they're coordinating, you can definitely play games where you distract them from what's going on by engaging them, and then your Titan or your Warlock or your Hunter can just come out of the side and just grapple the fuck out of them. One thing that's actually interesting to do right now is you get a Warlock to go weave walk and just go weave walk in them, and while they're busy trying to deal with him or shoot him, that's when you just run in with all the other bullshit and just fucking destroy everybody.
I had one match like that this weekend where it wasn't exactly like that, because I think that's what the guy was trying to do, but his teammates were not on the same page. So they would just watch him weave walk and get murdered, because he would weave walk into all three of us and we would just blast him into oblivion. But it felt like that's what he was trying to do. And I thought it was funny because when you started that conversation, I was like, oh my God, because I played a lot of distraction when you get behind somebody, flank, a lot of distraction and flanking this weekend. And it was just so many times my teammates would just die before I got into position. And I know I can't talk with them and I can't communicate with them other than typey. But it was just
you can enter the voice chat in the match.
No, I do not voice match with randoms. So thank you so much. But it was just so many times where, like, if they gave me 3 more seconds, it would have been like everybody would have either turned around and then they could have come out blasting. But they just run in headlong into danger in a 2v3 or a 1v3 for some fucking reason that I'll never understand. It's just like, just wait like 2 seconds, man. Just wait 2 seconds. Yeah. Anyway, regardless, I did pretty well. I never got a flawless this weekend, but I got a 5 card. I did get a 6 win streak, but it was after I already had a couple wins on my card, but I was still pretty happy about it. So I didn't get like the 6 bonus, but I got a 3 bonus at some point, a 5 bonus, and then I got a 6 streak on a 7 card, a card that already had 7 wins on it, and then I played on the other one. I did pretty good, and I think I had more wins than losses by the end of the weekend. I should still have my stats, right?
You go to Crucible report. You go this game.
I got a trials report.
That's what I meant to say.
Okay. Yeah, 43 wins, 38 losses this weekend. Ended with I guess I ended with a .90. So my last like 6 games were pretty bad, I'll be honest. But I felt like I was doing pretty good for the rest of the season. But those last 6, I'm looking at them now, and yeah, they weren't good. So it's probably why I stopped playing. I was like, all right, I think I'm done. But I was pretty happy with it. At one point, I was top 13% player in trials, and that's good for me because I'm usually top 80. For reals. Anyway, I'm top 29 now, currently. So hopefully I can do better next week if I play. I don't know. I closed trials report, and it opened my dashboard with the chat on it, and the first thing I saw was Legacy Phoenix saying yes to Jotun. And I just gotta call it out because I didn't see any Jotuns in trials. And there's a good reason. They're very easy to dodge. Do not play Jotun in trials. All right. Literally, all you have to do is take 2 steps to your right. It fires people up. Because when it does hit, you feel like you're a terrible person. And that you're just bad at video games. You ever get hit by a Jotun and just like want to kill yourself? I think Rec died, chat.
I'm reading some Destiny stuff. Sorry.
It's okay. All right, we got to.
You started talking about Jotun, and I was like, I can't be a part of this shitter talk.
Okay. Yeah, I started talking about how bad it was, and then I said, "Do you ever just?" But they talked about, or I said when it does hit you, like if you do get hit by it, it makes you feel terrible.
It's irritating. Yeah.
Yeah, it's irritating.
The best
but
part is when the person who got that kill on you with Jotun then won't ever let it go that they got a kill on you with Jotun.
Well, then somebody in chat says, you ever get killed by a Jotun and then teabagged?
Because they're a burger.
And then I said, I'm pretty sure I'd probably kill myself.
And just to be clear, chat.
In real life.
On a Jotun, I'm being a burger as well.
Okay. Wait, do you actually use a Jotun?
If I want to troll, yeah.
Oh man.
If I'm in a match where I'm clearly playing bad players, I will put it on just to troll. Yes. Or if I'm with a group of people that are all, let's all put on Jotun. Yeah, I'll put that on so we can do a couple of broadsides and get some laughs out of it. Sure. But in like PvP where I'm trying to sweat, no. Never.
All right. Okay. We have to finish this up. So we're gonna. I don't want to be on here any longer than 10 o'clock. So.
Okay. Well, go to the new TWID. Well,
hold on. Luminality, Inverted Spire, and Onslaught all get a increase to their rewards. Widow's Court is not enough, but it's fine. Hopefully they'll figure that out eventually. Fireteam Ops.
You're reading a bunch of stuff that can change. Go to the get rewards from past seasons. That's the most important thing on here, I think.
Okay, fine. I did want to mention we're getting 2 new battlegrounds, 3 new strikes, and expeditions from Nessus Cosmodrome Europa, Tomb of the Elders, all during season of the Ash and Iron or whatever it's called. I guess it's season of Reclamation, but whatever. And then Presage and Avalon are coming back as well. Pinnacle Ops also have 2 daily bonus focus activities. What a random choice from dungeon layers? What the fuck are a dungeon layer?
Probably going to be a single encounter from the dungeon.
Okay. I mean, I'll take it. If I do 1 encounter and get plus piece of gear, fuck, who cares? Yeah, let's go. All right. All right. Yes. All right. Get rewards from past seasons. I think this is neat. I think it's cool. Let's see what it says exactly. Get with Ash and Iron. We're introducing a way to acquire cosmetics from expired seasons and reward passes located in a tower next to the monument lost, blah, blah, blah. The home of the archive passes. These archive passes give you access to armor ornaments, accessories, and much more from their respective seasons or reward pass. If you owned a pass when it was first available, you have instant access to its archive pass when it becomes available on the seasonal archive. At launch, all seasonal passes released up to and including Season 26 will be available. Going forward, new archive passes will be added to the seasoned archive 1 pass period after it ends. For example, Reclamation Archive Pass will be added to the seasonal archive with the launch of the Lawless Reward Pass in Renegades. Okay. Yeah, so during its major update. Got it.
Yep.
Understand. If you did not purchase a pass while it's active, it can be acquired at the seasonal archive as an archive pass for the discounted cost of 600 silver. However, you know what I'm excited about? I only got to level 97 in Season of the Dawn. It's the only one I didn't get the exotic ornament at level 100 for. Now I can finally get it. I don't even know what it's for. It doesn't even fucking matter. But it's the only one. I'm stoked. All right. Anyway, I don't know what I was doing. 3 levels? I could have just bought them. What was I thinking?
Yeah. I don't know.
All right. Anyway, however, if you purchase an item from one on the Eververse flashback sale, the corresponding archive pass can be unlocked at the seasonal archive for no additional cost. That's cool. That's a pretty neat thing. So if you've bought some armor that came from a season pass, they're going to unlock that whole season pass for you. Well, instead of you. Well, I mean, the archive pass. So you'll get the stuff that's actually in it, which is just. What did it say it was?
You'll be able to get like the cosmetics and stuff that are on there.
Yeah, all the cosmetics. Basically, you get it. you get that pass. Like they're not making you pay 600 silver for it.
Yep.
I think that's neat. That's a just a little nod to we're not trying to be, we're trying to make a little bit of money, but we're not gonna grind you into oblivion with it. All right. Anyway, so along with the archive passes, the seasonal archive introduces chronologs, a new currency that can presently be spent to acquire the archive's items. Starting at Ash and Iron Rewards Pass, chronologs will be earned from active Rewards Pass as they are distributed across both the free and paid tracks. Additionally, all new purchased archive pass will also include 500 chronologs. What if I have, like, I have everything from every season pass except for those 3 levels?
Keep reading.
Okay, thanks. Oh, yes, I did read this earlier. You can't buy something with them. All right. If reached the required rank to claim an item in the past or either forgot to claim it and didn't own the corresponding pass while it was active, the item will be claimable immediately with archive pass ownership for no additional cost. Nice. I don't even need to use chronologs for them. It's just free. Love it. Lastly, we know it's possible you might end up with some chronologs, but have no archive pass items left to spend them on. Or maybe there are no remaining items that interest you. To ensure chronologs are always available, the seasonal archive offers in exchange for a variety of evergreen currencies and materials, including deep sight harmonizers, which are useless now, TWIDs templates, and more. The exchange is available to all players, even if you never own a pass. So according to this image, there is bright engrams, which is crazy. I wonder how many we can get. Exotic engrams, strange coins, synthweave, exotic ciphers, prisms, shards, more shards. So the 2 different shards, ascendant shard, and what's the orange one called?
That's an ascendant.
No,
Alloy.
Alloy, you're right. So an alloy and a shard, and then the deep sight harmonizer. So there you go. Boom.
Strange coins, synthwave materials, and
I went from bottom up. I already said that stuff.
all right.
You just weren't. You were reading something again.
I was actually reading the TWID.
Okay. It says complete your seasonal challenges. Why? The current list of seasonal reset with Ash and Iron. Oh, that's why I dropped from 102 to 42. I read that earlier. I was like, wow, they're making it easy. But it would have been impossible to get. I understand.
Yeah.
Why are they doing that, though? I would really like them to just leave them all until... I know why they're doing it. So we can't power level. What a bunch of assholes.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Bungie.
Yeah, there is no power level.
Fuck you. No, but like power level in your fuck you, Bungie. Fuck you. All right, we're gonna move on. That's it for that one. Let's see what's on this week. Okay, so we talked about them reverting some of the changes, obviously, that they talked about in this one. We kind of already went over it. They're also increasing Fireteam Ops time limits across the board. Expert 25, Master 50, Grandmaster 75. Which is wild.
You know what they need? You know what they need to do? They want to get people to play various things. This is all they need to do. They need to add a daily rotator, all right, that affects 1 or maybe 2 ops out of all of the ops playlists: Solo, Fireteam, Pinnacle, and Crucible. And the one that is selected that day, it just flat out gives you double drops. That's it. And it's double drops for everything you would get. So if it's got a bonus focus here, like you get 2 completion rewards, you get 2 of the bonus focus drops. If you have like 3 bonus rewards on that one, you get 6 bonus rewards for doing that completion. So you just walk out of there with your 10 drops. People would then play whatever. Even if it was Crucible, people would play it. But no. We're gonna make these. We want to make these other 2 shittier. So you play this one.
Yeah. So I did kind of skip over it, but I guess I will read it. Plan reductions power earned for the solo ops have been reverted. You know, we talked about that. Reductions at engrams for Encore, Starcrow's Whisper have been reverted. The plan changes for prime engrams to require decryption in the tower has been reverted. So I don't even remember what that was. Oh, okay. So right now it drops and you get it automatically, but if they wanted to change it, so you had to go to Dum Dum to get them encrypted. That way you'd have every time. Oh, that would be so annoying, because it wouldn't count as gear until you went all the way back and got it decrypted. Right. That's oh my god. Okay, I'm starting to understand. They're absolutely trying to bloat like that. That's I'm mad about that bloat. That's just like there is no purpose to that bloat. That's just like we're gonna add 4 minutes to your grind just to make you go encrypt that engram.
You gotta go immediately and do it before you continue.
That's wild. Okay. Well, good job on listening, but whoever made that choice, like, fire that guy. He's an idiot.
For backpedaling from these changes. This is just bad shit. This was Bungie walking and about to step on their own nuts, but the community was like, "You're about to step on your own nuts. Stop."
Okay, but you're right. But also at the same time, you need to say, you know, good job listening, because if they don't get any praise for that, they'll just stop doing it. Trust me, I do. I'm the exact same way. If I don't get praise for everything, I stop doing it. I need people to pat my back every step of the way. Correct. And you never do it. I don't know why.
You're a good boy, Greener.
There you go. I'm just kidding. I don't. But I do recognize. I know they did something stupid and they're very dumb and they shouldn't have made these choices. And
they're getting banned.
But they need, still, it's good on them for listening a little bit. But it shouldn't have been in there in the first place, is the point. Okay, so we talked about the increased drops for all those activities: Illuminati, Inverted Spire, Onslaught, Widow's Court, Fireteam Ops, speed, bigger value, increased number of drops for many of the Fireteam activities. Beautiful, we love it. Removing unpopular mods like Grapple from Fireteam's matchmaking pool. Yeah, that makes sense. So the matchmaking pool is they choose the stuff for you, then you can click it and you actually matchmake. So you can't customize it. So that's the perfect one to remove it from, because that's the one you can't take it away yourself. So that's great. And I do hate that one. I think it's stupid. Obviously I'm running Hunter, so like that melee is really powerful. So you remove that melee from our inventory. So basically, when you use grapple, isn't that a pause, like a negative for your score? That grapple, yeah. So what it's doing is nerfing hunters, and it gives you a negative score. It makes no sense for it to exist now. So get rid of it. Bye bye. Nobody's ever gonna use that shit ever. All right. There's a lot of stuff in here, but we don't have time to go through it all. So, boop, 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 boop. Desert Perpetual says weekly challenges are adding, improved gear drops are adding, gear attunement is adding. We talked about all that. They talked about all that stuff too. Yep. Heavy metal returns this week. Next, the second, right? Yeah.
Yep. Here, let me sum it up. Go play. you get a hollow foil sword at level 10. You get a hollow foil shotgun, the new burst fire shotgun at the max rank.
You can also get the Griffic Exotic Sparrow at 14. You get the heavier duty emblem for rank 5. I think that's the same emblem as the last one, right?
It is. Yeah.
Okay. Also, there is a Twitch drop for this one. It says for watching for an hour during Heavy Metal Week. But they fucked up the last one, so who knows if that's what it actually means. There's actually a Destiny 2 content creator event for this too, so you'll see me streaming some Heavy Metal with... Let's see if we have a third yet. We don't have a third yet. Right now it's me and XRB I don't know if you know who that is, but we got to find somebody else that fits our time zone. We have to play heavy metal. Try to get a high score. Isn't that fun? Are you excited? You're so upset. God damn. What a grump.
I will be playing heavy metal up until I get the sword roll I want, and then I will not be playing heavy metal anymore. I will not be finishing that seal nor gilding it. I do not care. Game mode bad.
Do people... I wonder if people hate it as much as you do. Or... Because Bungie has been known to be stupid. Right? And keep bringing shit back that nobody likes. But I'm just wondering if this is... like if they have good player stats on it or not. Or if it just did really poorly. I'm legit curious.
I'm not a fan of any of the party game modes. It's the same reason I don't like Scorched. It's just, it's nonsense game mode. It's nonsense to get some loot. That's it. It takes the game that I like to play and it turns it into something else that I don't particularly enjoy playing. That's it.
All right. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. There's nothing on here, nothing else on here that's like uber important that we need to talk about. Maybe we can touch on it next week. The whole the Warlock, Titan, Hunter changes that are coming. Destiny Rising launched. You can get a new emblem for playing a game. If you do, make sure to use our link in the Discord to download the game because we get credit for it. And NetEase will pat us on the back, and I'll get my good boy greener that I just said I needed. Also, you can get a cool wolf emblem, which is pretty neat. You know what's crazy? I'm looking at this wolf emblem in the TWID. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, you see the name and the clan tag? SASS.
Mm-hmm.
That was the clan tag for Shrouded Assassins. That's wild. Not much of it wild, but I just thought it was interesting when I saw it. Anyway, we will be making a clan in there. I don't know if it's going to go far, if people are going to like the game, or if it's going to suck or whatever. Yeah, we are in there. We're having a little bit of fun so far. Just launched today, so come check it out. It's free to play. It's free to play. You can choose to spend money if you want, but whatever. Anything else? Not really. Catastrophe stream coming up this weekend. Check us out. Clan War starting Sunday?
Sunday. Clan Wars starts this Sunday.
Yeah. You better get ready to smash it. I want all of you to smash it. I want there to be a race for the top 3, 5, 6, 12.
Those challenges done.
Yeah. Get them done. Get them done. I can't think of anything else right now. Lots of big giveaways on the Catastrophe stream. Just a reminder, we're doing some big emblems, Neon Fade, all that. Repeat. Polychromatic Refraction. We're doing a Bungie employee signed collector's edition of Edge of Fate giveaway. There's some of the whatchamacallits, our shakers. And then, of course, our Destiny pins that we're giving. A bunch of stuff. It's September starts tomorrow, so it'll be part of that. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. So swing by, maybe, potentially, or don't.
Grin will be drunk, but not officially for exchange for things on the stream.
Yeah, no. I gotta go though. That's it.
Outro.
I think. Yeah, outro. Okay. Thank you so much for watching episode 121 of This Week at Shrouded. I had a great time talking to all you beautiful humans today. I appreciate it. We went over last week's TWID and then a little bit of this week's TWID and how Bungie is dumb sometimes, but I still like their game. So let's keep playing it, keep having fun, keep watching. Big shout out to Mr. Rec for being here and his creepy ass eyes. I was your host, Day Greener. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next week on This Week at Shrouded.
Thanks
Goodbye.
for watching. You've been such a good chat.